Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We're going to check in with Nobu on his juice feast. Nobu, I think we looked at the calendar and you're around about 47 days. How are you feeling?
Good. Although, again, as we discussed before, full transparency, this past weekend and the weekend prior, not blaming my brother, but I was with him and I ended up eating some things I didn't. And this is a good opportunity to talk about what it's like when we fall back into old patterns and how to best go about, you know, getting back on the wagon, getting back on the horse.
Yeah, was it difficult? Obviously, you mentioned you were with your brother, so maybe there was some pure pressure to eat solid foods. What was that maybe situation as to how it happened?
It wasn't peer pressure, it was a conscious choice. In fact, like I'm at the point now with some aspects of my journey in various realms of where I'd like to see if I can go back to something that I know very well is not for me and not good, and if I can just immediately pivot back onto that. For example, like with any addiction, whether it be lust, cannabis, alcohol, anything, a lot of times and I know I did this a lot when I was younger, is if I fell off the discipline of being consistent, then I would spiral into addiction or just completely give up on getting back on the horse. Like, well, if
Mm,
it's not perfect, it's not good enough.
mm,
But we always seek progress and not perfection. If I just said, oh, like I blew it, there's no sense in doing it anymore. Like, that's a terrible mindset to have for everything else in life. Like, well, I didn't upload a field today, so I'm just done uploading fields.
right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've definitely been guilty of that too. It's like, well, I broke the streak, so might as well just go completely in another direction and just do the thing that I was trying not to do every day now because it's all over. Yeah. So, I could maybe talk about did you have any techniques or tactics as far as getting back on the horse?
So if I do find myself, even if it's the same principle as if I'm feeling ill, which again, it's every bowel movement is a spiritual experience. So generally I want to go towards heavier hitting, alkalizing, detoxifying things like celery. Like 16 ounces of celery juice is really potent. As
Mm,
far as like most people are gonna crap their brains out just from that amount. And
right.
then I'll just do like 48 ounces.
Oh,
And just the level of stringency in medicine in that really bitter, that's a very bitter, celery juice is very strong. It's very
mm,
bitter. But again, it's a stronger effect. It's going to cause a stronger Herx reaction potentially as well, healing crisis. But I'm consciously choosing things like that if I fall off the wagon because I know, or kimchi, for example, because I know that those fermented, you know, biomes are going to help restore and bring me back to where I was before. So it's not just about falling off. For example, in another layer context, like if someone falls off of their semen retention journey, I would say, well, you need to consume things that are going to rapidly restore your jing. So like pine pollen, maca root, tanga alai, Fedosia agressus, very yang dominant energies, zinc, etc. And if you fell into a pit and you just go back up to like what is like a normal dosage, well, it's going to take you longer to get back to where you were before. But if you just go freaking hard, consciously,
mm,
and don't, not at a sustainable level, but just very hard, it will get you back to where you were. And in this case, it's about cleansing me out because when you don't have solids and then you do have solids, it feels very heavy. Like the
mm.
sensation of even having food inside you is quite strange. And you find yourself like the contrast becomes more and more apparent without through time.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing, just kind of, I was thinking as you're getting further along in this journey, like how have you felt like energy wise, like muscle strength and stuff like that? Like, are you still kind of working out? Like what's been that process?
Still going strong. Got my calisthenics station there. I got power. I actually just got some power blocks recently. I'm getting stronger again. I have less joint pain, which could also be attributed to the fields. Again, there's multiple factors here, but um, the best indicator, and we were texting about this the other day, for me in terms of where I'm at with a juice feast is the level of synchronicity, dreams, and then also how people treat me in public and just general strangers. Like I was out the other day and people were just smiling at me, because when you are filled with light, again, that biophotons, like we keep saying it, biophotons, it gets higher and higher. Like you just shine. You know,
Mm.
and you may repel some people, and you may because vampires don't like light. But for the most part, like especially kids and animals, like nature, they just yeah, the magic of life. And again, as John Rose talks about, that sixth sense that connects us all, because you
Mm.
become so light that you just start to resonate more with nature. I think almost like all his videos, you'll see just some random bit of wildlife just popping in for the show. That's not a
Yeah.
coincidence.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, you mentioned synchronicities. Could you maybe talk about like the more metaphysical and spiritual progression that you've seen as you've been getting deeper into the juice cleanse?
Greater levels, so like past traumas come up, but it's easier to face them and sit with them, to breathe and to feel through them than it is to try to seek a distraction or escape, right?
Mm.
Because that is our natural state. Like, as a child, when you encounter adversity in your life, you don't have alcohol, cannabis, nicotine, other things at your disposal to mitigate and cope. Your parents have to regulate energy, or you do. And so what do? We create things. Like I've been playing more music. I've been getting out in nature more, in the more natural state of things. And as far as synchronicity in general, it's the things like, and semen retention is very in parallel with this. Like there's times in the past where if I broke a streak, then bad luck would occur.
Mm.
Like, and it's like, well, yeah, because even the Bible says, like, if a man has spilled his seed, like, cast him out from the village because he's going to bring bad luck upon them. His
Mm.
vibration is now low. So,
Yeah.
related to the juice feast, when we get higher and higher levels of frequency and biophotons, things just get better and better. Really does.
Yeah, and maybe this is topic for an episode on itself, but synchronicity is like, can you talk about maybe like why they happen? So, you have a higher vibration from the biophotons, and then things start to be more like coincidental or happening like seemingly by magic. Like, what's kind of going on there?
So, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are, for one. So if I am in a more whole, clean, pure, because cleanliness is next to godliness, right? And if I don't have Beelzebub or a serpent in my belly of crap, then that's going to make it easier for me to attract clean things, pure things, positive things, joyful things, right? And then from a more, I would say, kind of like Tesla approach, more scientific approach, if I have this greater level of luminosity as I sit in the dark, if I have this greater level of luminosity and vibrance, again, biophoton density, then this entire mind, body, spirit complex, if I have, and I don't even have to think about it, right? It's not like I'm doing like more rituals now than I'm doing juice feast, but if like subconsciously everything I'm putting out to the universe is getting magnified more because I am a stronger conduit
Mm.
and channel for it, which again
Mm.
is also why it's so amazing. Whereas if when someone's in the throes of addiction of any kind or in an unhealthy state, it's hard for them to get out of that because they know they like God, like I want this, and like God, like or like I want to manifest this, but they can't because they don't have the juice, to fuel that manifestation. So like on a juice feast, it's like I'm just freaking getting this insane amount of biophoto. I'm so excited for summer with 22-pound melons are out. Like it's just insane. And that also brings me to like I will, maybe we can post it up when we get to summer, but like I did a juice feast a couple of years ago and I've seen this picture of people and they ask me like, are you on steroids?
Right.
And it's like, just watch and see, enjoy the show.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, I think I know the photo you're referring to, and you look very ripped, very jacked. So, congratulations on that. Looking forward to seeing what I guess how much further you can take it and then also into the summer. I'm committed to going through a juice feast for at least a week, and so we'll bring some of the audience along for the ride too if they want to participate and go through the same protocol. So looking forward to that. And anything else you want to update the audience on in this catch up?
If you fall off the horse, just get back on it. Simple as that.
Excellent, good advice right there. Thank you again, Nobu, and we'll check back in next time. Thanks everyone for listening.